like a clarification on you mentioned two categories of genocidal acts that have been met. When the special rapporteur Albanese talks about that, she clearly talks about genocide. So I'd like you to drive us through that characterization that you made, the categories of genocidal acts. So what does that mean? Does that mean that you consider that these acts amounts to genocide or partly to genocide, or how to explain that characterization? And then the Israeli mission here in Geneva rejected the report and said that there is a double standard in the methodology, because this report is not leaning on corroborated facts, in the contrary with the reports that are dealing with the violences against the other side. So, yeah, your reaction on that. Thank you.
It had gone off. I'm afraid I have to talk like a lawyer when I answer a legal question about the law of genocide. But your question is a legal question, and therefore it requires a legal response. The definition of genocide is the same in the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court and in the much older Genocide Convention. And it's a complex definition. Like all crimes, it has two elements, action and intention. We, at this stage, are only looking at action, and therefore our report deals with two categories of genocidal act. The definition contains, in fact, 5 categories of genocidal act. And when we gather evidence and prepare our reports, we look to the various categories of crime under international law to see whether the acts that we have investigated meet the standards, meet the definitions contained in the law. The second side of genocide is intention, and the genocide definition is especially complex because it has two different elements of intention. One is a general intent, the intent to do the acts, but the second is a special intent, the intent to do the acts for the purpose of destroying a protected group in whole or in part. So when we refer to two categories of genocidal act, we are referring only to one part of the legal definition.